Have you ever heard a verse, thought you understood it, and ran with it, only to realize later you were way off? Yeah, me too. Today we're talking about why it's so important to read Scripture, not just assume we know what it means. Take Romans chapter 4, verse 17. Calling those things which are not as though they were. Sounds like we can call things into existence, right? Well, hold on. Let's read the full verse. Abraham believed God who calls those things which are not as though they were. You see, it's not about Abraham's ability, it's about God's power. Abraham didn't decree anything. He trusted God, who alone has the power to create and call things into existence. Then there's Job chapter 22, verse 28. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. That sounds straightforward, but who said it? Eliphaz, one of Job's friends who were later rebuked by God for not speaking what was right. Just because it's in the Bible doesn't mean it's a truth endorsed by God. Now, Matthew chapter 28, verse 18 says, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Notice, Jesus doesn't say, and I give all this authority to you. Jesus retains ultimate authority and gives us specific authority for what he's called us to, preaching, healing, casting out demons, but not for whatever we want to decree. The disciples understood this. They healed and cast out demons in Jesus' name, but they didn't decree things outside of his will. Even Paul, with his thorn in the flesh, petitioned God, rather than declaring it gone. Sometimes the answer is no, and we have to trust God's plan. Humility over presumption. The Lord's Prayer teaches us to say, thy will be done. Biblical prayer is about humility and submission, not presumption. Declaring, this job is mine, assumes authority we don't have. A more humble prayer might be, Lord, if it is your will, guide me and help me act in faith. God values humility and dependence on him, not arrogance or assuming authority that belongs to him. Lesson learned and call to action. Here's the takeaway. Don't assume, read. Scripture calls us to trust God's sovereignty and humbly seek his will. True authority comes only from him, and our role is to act in obedience within his boundaries. So this week, take time to read Scripture deeply. Reflect on Romans 4:17, read Job 22 and Job 42 to understand context, and meditate on the Lord's Prayer, focusing on thy will be done. Let's stop assuming and start studying. This is Three Angels Messengers. God bless and see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting content.